Manchester United bombshell transfer that could change and bring glory back to Old Trafford. Hey football fans. Welcome back to United News. Big transfer updates today. Manchester United is in the headlines once again as they're making waves in the summer transfer window. Today we are going to dive into incomings and outgoings. 6 players who will leave Man United this summer and 2 who will stay, including £70 million star. Manchester United are expected to be busy in the summer transfer window. Manchester United are once again at a crossroads as Ruben Amorim prepares for his first summer transfer window at Old Trafford after what has so far been a disastrous 2024-25 season. The Portuguese head coach is expected to make wholesale changes to the club's playing staff after a year which has seen United exit both cup competitions early and fall to a previously unthinkable 14th in the league table after 27 matches. United are on course for their worst league season since the 1989-90 season, when many fans had started to turn against Sir Alex Ferguson, but even that dreadful campaign included silverware, which is looking increasingly unlikely at Old Trafford with the club's final lifeline coming in this year's Europa League. Mistakes have been made in the transfer market in previous seasons, and as it stands, Amorim is trying to piece together the 3-4-2-1 jigsaw without yet having all the correct parts at his disposal. Ahead of a summer of huge decisions at Old Trafford, we take a look at the United players that are destined to leave this summer and the ones that are expected to stick around for Amorim's rebuild. Man United goalkeeper and defensive exits. Victor Lindelof, released. Manchester United's second longest serving player Victor Lindelof is expected to leave Old Trafford on a free transfer in the summer after falling down the pecking order under Ruben Amorim. The Swedish international has played just 11 times across all competitions this season and is yet to start a Premier League match despite a series of injury issues. Manchester Evening News understands Lindelof has already been made surplus to requirements at Old Trafford while Everton, Wolves and Fulham have all been credited with signing the 30-year-old on a free transfer. Tom Heaton, released. Tom Heaton returned to the club as a backup keeper in 2021 and is yet to feature in the Premier League for the Red Devils. The 38-year-old signed a 1-year extension over the summer but is expected to retire at the end of the season. Jonny Evans, released. Veteran defender Jonny Evans has made a lot more appearances than expected at Old Trafford in his second stint, but at 37 years of age has reached the twilight of his career at the highest level. The Northern Ireland international's contract is due to expire at the end of the season, and it appears unlikely he will sign a new deal as Ruben Amorim looks to go for a more youthful approach. Will Marcus Rashford stay at Man United? Marcus Rashford leaves £40 million. Former United outcast Marcus Rashford is enjoying a mini revival at Aston Villa and has recorded 3 assists in 7 matches across all competitions for his new club. His relationship with Amorim was frosty to say the least towards the end of his time at Old Trafford, and it is widely reported that he will move on to pastures new for a figure of around £40 million as per the terms of his loan move. When I leave, it's going to be no hard feelings. You're not going to have any negative comments from me about Manchester United, said Rashford in December, via Henry Winter. Casemiro stays. Brazil international Casemiro has struggled to live up to the form he showed in his first 6 months at United and has come under criticism for many of his performances over the last 18 months. The most high profile came from Jamie Carragher, who urged the footballer to move to Saudi Arabia. Leave the football before the football leaves you, he explained at the end of last season. However, despite his poor form and his reported astronomical earnings of £350,000 per week, Team Talk claims Casemiro is likely to see out his contract until 2026. Kobbie Mainoo stays. Kobbie Mainoo, due to a combination of injuries and form, has struggled to replicate his incredible breakout campaign but remains a part of the plan moving forward at United despite reported interest from Chelsea. Team Talk suggests the England international wants to sign a new deal, but claims personal terms could be a complicated topic due to PSR regulations. The outlet, via Ben Jacobs, explains, Mainoo is an academy product, someone who loves the football club. He wants to stay at Manchester United, but it's just a case of coming to an agreement. Read the terms, and obviously there is also this PSR issue that United may have to tackle this summer. Christian Eriksen, released. Denmark international Christian Eriksen has struggled to build on the form which made him a fan favorite at Ajax. Tottenham Hotspur and Inter Milan before his move to Old Trafford. The experienced midfielder has struggled for form, fitness, and game time, and is expected to depart in the summer, according to Fabrizio Romano, who posted. Romano confirmed the news in a post on X, which reads, Christian Eriksen will soon start exploring options for his next chapter, as he's set to leave Man United at the end of the season. His contract won't be extended and Eriksen will be a free agent in the summer. Antony leaves. Brazil international Antony is showing renewed confidence at Real Betis and has found the net twice and made 2 assists in his opening 5 La Liga matches. His loan does not include a permanent obligation to buy, but given his failure to make an initial impression on Amorim, it seems like the writing is on the wall for his United future. Victor Gyökeres' transfer stance made clear amid huge £54 million update and Man United links. Manchester United have been following the situation of Victor Gyökeres at Sporting CP and could pounce in the summer. Victor Gyökeres of Sporting CP is a man in demand. Victor Gyökeres' stock is high heading into the summer, but he has no particular preference over a new club amid links to Manchester United. The Sporting Clube de Portugal striker emerged as a possible target for the Reds when Ruben Amorim replaced Erik ten Hag last November. The club could have done with signing him in January to bolster their attack following Joshua Zirkzee and Rasmus Højlund's struggles in front of goal this term. However, Amorim admitted he would not poach any players from his former club, but it could be a different outcome in the summer. Gyökeres featured in a new report by Portuguese newspaper Record, where they have detailed his plans for the remainder of the season. Although an exit at the end of the campaign is seen as a high possibility, the prolific goalscorer is said to be focused on winning the Portuguese league for a second successive season with Sporting. If that does happen, he can then leave the club through the big door. The report details that his agent are dealing with the transfer side while he focuses on his football. However, he has already admitted in a previous interview that he will only leave Lisbon if he is guaranteed to be as important as he is at Sporting amid interest from United, Arsenal, and Chelsea. The most important thing is to have the opportunity to play. There are other factors, but I will see about that when the time comes, Gyökeres told Fotballskanalen in November, without having a particular preference regarding a future club. Despite having a €100 million, £84 million release. The most important thing is to have the opportunity to play. There are other factors, but I will see about that when the time comes, Gyökeres told Fotballskanalen in November, without having a particular preference regarding a future club. Despite having a €100 million, £84 million release clause inserted in his contract, Fabrizio Romano claims he will be allowed to leave for a fee of between €65 to €75 million, £54 to £62 million, due to having a gentleman's agreement with the Portuguese club. This is based on payment terms, add-ons, and those sort of things, he said on his YouTube channel. The package that Sporting could accept could be around €65 million to €75 million. That's a very good price for one of the best strikers in Europe in terms of numbers. All the top clubs in Europe are going very strong for Gyökeres in the summer. I've been informed this price could be enough to land him. Many clubs are exploring the situation and are ready to present their project to Victor Gyökeres. Manchester United target deal for USA International along with Liverpool. Manchester United are back in Premier League action on Sunday afternoon. Manchester United are back in Premier League action on Sunday afternoon. They take on Arsenal at Old Trafford as they look to get some more points on the board. The Red Devils drew 1-1 away at Real Sociedad in the Europa League last time out. Joshua Zirkzee got their goal over in Spain. Ruben Amorim's side are sat in 15th place in the table after 27 games. They have 11 fixtures left to play this season. Manchester United Anthony Robinson. According to a report by Football Insider, United have identified Fulham left-back Anthony Robinson as a target ahead of the summer along with rivals Liverpool. His current club are said to value him at over the £40 million mark. Robinson, 27, has been a key player for the Cottagers since making his switch to London in 2020. Prior to his move to the Whites, he had spells at Everton, Bolton Wanderers and Wigan Athletic. The Red Devils could now try and lure him back to the Northwest to bolster their ranks in the next transfer window. If he joined, he would give them another option in defense. Robinson, who is a USA international with 50 caps to his name so far in his career, has made 180 appearances in all competitions for Fulham to date and has scored 3 goals. He is a player who likes to get up and down the left flank, and Marco Silva won't want to lose him later this year. The fullback was handed a contract extension back in 2023. At the time, he said, "To the fans who have stuck by me, supported me ever since I've been at this club, it's been one hell of a ride. Some ups, some downs, especially off the back of last season. I just want to thank you for your massive support. I'm going to repay that support with a lot of hard work to improve myself and continue to grow as a team." Meanwhile, Tony Khan, son of owner Shahid Khan, added, "Since his arrival in 2020, he's been a very important part of the Fulham squad. He's a tenacious defender and a remarkable athlete, with great pace that serves us well up and down the pitch, through his hard work in defense and the great service he provides to our attack." What has been said ahead of Manchester United versus Arsenal? Ruben Amorim has some big decisions to make at Manchester United. Getty Images. Speaking ahead of United's clash against Arsenal, Amorim has said, "In the Premier League, every game is really important. In our moment, we need to win. It's always a problem when we don't win, so we have to focus on everything at the same time. I think the biggest problem is to not have all of the players because, in the beginning, people talk about our rotation, especially in Europe, we are changing all the time. It's because of this, because it's really hard, and the Europa League is so much harder, in my opinion, than the Champions League. Not the games, but the recovery to play Premier League on the weekend, so we have to deal with that." Stay tuned as we break down all the latest rumors and what they mean for United's future. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for all the freshest updates on your favorite club.